Hey YouTube, this is Rasmus Park Fan 62. It is Friday, October the 30th at around 7:53. In today's video, I'm here to talk about Dollywood's A Smoky Mountain Christmas, what you need to know, and everything like that. You're like, first of all, Christmas, Halloween's tomorrow. I know, but A Smoky Mountain Christmas starts on Friday, November the 1st, and it runs through January the 5th, 2025. It runs every day except Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day. And because this is an award-winning event, it can draw in the crowds. So especially the closer you get to a holiday like Thanksgiving and or Christmas, expect heavier crowds. With this being opening weekend, I do expect it to be fairly crowded. Because it is also Sevier County Days. So Sevier County Days is if you work and or live in the county, you can get into Dollywood for $5 as long as you donate a can of food, and show that you live in the county or you work in the county. So, okay, here's some stuff you need to know. First of all, it costs $30 to park your car, and I think it's $45 for preferred. Now, starting November the 1st through the 24th, everybody can pay kids prices, so it's like $80 a person, plus tax, of course. But the normal rate is going to be $99 a person after that. So some other things you need to know. First, the parking lot does open at 9 or 9:30 in the morning. So my best advice is get there as early as you can. The later in the day that you go, the busier it gets, and the harder it is to find a parking space. Excuse me. The later in the day that you go, also you will probably be parking in Splash Country. So please keep that in mind. Especially with it being still, with Halloween being tomorrow, and then people are going to start thinking about Christmas, and Dollywood opens, and it is their popular event, so keep that in mind. Also keep an eye on the weather. So essentially, the closer you get to Thanksgiving and Christmas, you don't know what the weather is going to do. All the rides will remain open. The coasters will remain open unless it gets between 34 to 40 degrees. That is where they will start shutting down. Typically, the first two to shut down is Tennessee Tornado and Fire Chaser Express. And then from there, it varies. But I think it will go like Mystery Mind. I'm not sure what else. Next thing is this. The crowds can get very heavy. So especially with like some of the seasonal foods, which I will get to, sometimes on certain days those will be extremely busy. Now places like Red's Diner, Aunt Granny's and them, even though those may not have seasonal foods, those will be crowded because they are sit down, they are crowd pleasers, and you can go in and warm up and get yourself a drink. You can get a Coke or a hot chocolate or coffee, and so forth. I will talk about the difference in a couple of minutes. But the next thing, the bakery does get very busy as well. There is a line typically around the time when the bakery opens, because people want stuff like cinnamon bread, whatever the seasonal baked goods are for their cinnamon rolls, stuff like that. Across from that is an ice cream parlor, which does get very busy. And they'll typically have stuff like, milkshakes and all of that. Okay, with food. If you walk up from there, you will see the Front Porch Cafe. That is a sit-down restaurant where it's where you pay per thing. So they do have stuff they keep on the menu year-round. Then they also add stuff for the season. Up from there is Aunt Granny's. Same way. The difference is with Aunt Granny's, it is a family-style place. So you can get, three? It's either 3 meats and 4 sides or 3 meats and 3 sides. It is pricey, but it is really good. From there, the other things you can get is Red's Diner. Like I said, that is like an all-American diner type place that carries burgers, fries, salads, wraps, and there may be something else in there. And then from there, it's mostly snacks. Then you also have Miss Lillian's Smokehouse or Chicken House. I forgot which one it's called. I'm not entirely sure what their menu for Christmas is yet. And then from there, you have others. Now, the biggest thing for Dollywood are the lights. They have over 6 to 6.5 million lights throughout the park. So it's on trees, it's on buildings, it's on some of the big trees. And then they will have different sculptures. Not so much sculptures, but different stuff with lights on it. So you will see it looks like small fireworks. These trees that will, go like red and white, green and whites, that sort of thing. So now the other big thing that Dollywood is known for is its shows. So let's get started. It is a bunch of it, and I will go over it all. First, you have an Appalachian Christmas at the Back Porch. So the Back Porch Theater is right near Dogs and Taters, and they play Christmas music, but in a bluegrass style. They will go throughout the day. They have their own schedule. I think it's typically like noon 1 or noon to 4, something like that. So then you have the Candlelight Carolers. These are at the church in Craftsman's Valley, and they will be there every night, weather pending. And they will sing traditional Christmas songs from candlelight. So they have these candles all around, and then a couple of lights so they can see. It actually looks really cool, and there is also a manger scene close by. So you have Christmas in the Smokies at the DP Celebrity Theater. This one is one of their longest running shows, and this is also a really popular show. I've not seen it, but I plan on seeing it. It is around, I think, like 30 minutes long, give or take. Next is Christmas with the Kingdom Heirs at the Show Street Theater. I believe this is right near the Dolly Parton Experience. The Kingdom Heirs is a popular Southern group that performs at Dollywood quite a bit throughout the season. So I guess they play their own version of like traditional Christmas songs. Next, you have Heidi Parton, A Christmas to Remember at the Dream Theater. This is Dolly Parton's niece. I'm not entirely sure what she sings. I assume traditional Christmas songs, but I will check it out. You have Holiday Wild Roots at the Show Street Gazebo. Now, this is right near the bakery. They play traditional Christmas music with stuff like basses and stuff like that. Next, you have Merry and Bright Holiday Light Fireworks Show in Wildwood Grove. Now, I did a video last year about this with the drones and everything else. It doesn't say anything about drones, so I assume those may or may not be in there. I'm not entirely sure. Those are every Friday and Saturday night in Wildwood Grove, weather pending. Next, you have the Mistletones at the Village Depot. Now, the Mistletones is an a cappella group that is at the theater right close to the train station, which I'll get to the train in a minute. And so they will sing different Christmas songs without any instrumental. I would highly suggest, if you want to get to know some of it, a couple of people to look at their videos from past years is Bad Adventures. Johnny Amusement is another good one where they will show Dollywood at Christmas time. Next, you have Snow in the Grove, which is brand new for 2024. So this is in Wildwood Grove at the Wildwood Grove Tree. So it has kaleidoscope lights, color, music, and snow. Apparently it will snow in some way. I don't know if it's like a dance party type thing with snow. I don't entirely know. Next, you have 'Twas the Night Before Christmas at the Pines Theater. And there's one other one I want to mention as well. So this one I have seen, and it is a very cute little show. I have seen other versions similar. It is essentially about this brother and sister who were in the military and at college who want to go home for Christmas. And there is this man who plays somebody in the commissary or works in the, what's that called? Like bookstore or something like that, that finds a way to get them home for Christmas, who finds out to be Santa. It is a very cute little show. It is somewhat, it's not really long, but it's not really short. Plus in there you have shenanigans with mice and all of that. It's one of those where, especially if it's cold outside, it'd be good to see, especially the closer it gets to Christmas. And lastly, so in the lake, near Lightning Rod and all of that, there are trees going in. where they are going to do some things, I believe. Unfortunately, because of something coming in 2025, they could not put up the big Christmas tree like they normally do, like I've shown videos in the past. So they're making it up in another way. Now, lastly, the train. The train is one of Dollywood's most popular things to do in the park. It runs like a show and will have certain times throughout the day. I think it typically has around 6 things a day. It typically starts around noon and it goes to 8 o'clock. It is very popular. I would highly suggest, if you're going to do the train, to do it early. Get in line early, because the line does back up rather fast. Also, with Snow in the Grove, you have roly-poly characters. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but it is going to be rather interesting to see. So overall, it looks like it's going to be a great event. So if you have been in the past, I would let me know what you think about it down below. Did you like it? Do you not like it? Are you planning on going? Put it down below.